Androids. Everybody needs good androids. Androids have feelings too. Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff. I'm Rob Lewis, and this week we are looking at issue number 8 of the Red Dwarf Smegazine. Let me get in for the thumbnail here. October 1992, still priced at £1.50. That's unreal. Oh, it's great. Even back then, it felt like a lot of money when I was 12, 13. Here we have Craig Charles as Dave Lister on the cover. Uh-oh, Mr Flibble is angry. Why is that? We'll find out. Groovy Channel 27 soap update. Androids begins inside an everyday tale of mechanoid folk. FX Peter Ragg interviewed news from the Dwarf and Ace of the Rovers. Trying some different stuff this month. So here we go. Editorial here, there's the contents there. Editor Mike Butcher, design Alita Fell, who does the lettering on the comic strip, I believe. Talking of the comic strip, here we have part 5 of Future Echoes, the comic adaptation of the first series, second episode, Future Echoes. This one was put over 5 issues, whereas the first episode, The End, was put over 3. Interesting. I've said before, Rimmer is in black and white, and Lister is in... Well, in fact, they're all in there. This was when Series 4 was out. Series 5 had been out. So they're in their Series 5 costumes, which, it's fine, but it's just a bit different. Holly there. That's something interesting, actually. The fact that it's the story from Series 1, but they're dressed in Series 4 and 5 costumes, and like the interior, it has the appearance of Series 5, but Holly's still the Norman Lovett character. Completely relevant. I just thought of it. I thought, well, that's interesting choice. Thought they might have put the Hattie Hayridge Holly in. Don't matter. There you go. It's the whole thing that they saw in the last week with what appeared to be Lister getting blown up. Wasn't? I mean, you've seen the show. You've seen Future Echoes. Just very accurate to the one in the TV show. Craig Charles as the old Dave Lister. As is that photo. And Lister with the haircut. Rimmer with the haircut, sorry. But it's good, yeah, the end. And I don't believe they did any more episode adaptations, because the next one would have been Balance of Power or Waiting for God. I can't remember which way around it was. Shoot me now. So, an advert for 2000 AD and Judge Dredd comic. Yearbook, in fact. 1993. I don't know what that's all about. The day Morton J. Thribb previewed Tharg's 1993 yearbooks. No idea what that's all about. The first Red Dwarf convention, Dimension Jump 92. It's a little write-up of that. I'd have flicked through it earlier, I didn't read it all. The first ever fan convention, over 100 Red Dwarf fans. Wow, I mean they're quite big now when they do them, aren't they? I believe Hattie Hayridge was a guest. Looks like Rob Grant and Doug Naylor were. Hattie Hayridge signing some autographs there. Some fans, that's about how I would have looked at the same time. I was really into it and I was about that age. Weird. If you guys are watching now, let me know in the comments. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah. Hello, Holiday Rob here from Croatia. Just want to let you know, if you're enjoying this video, thanks very much for watching, but don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course the alarm notification bell so you know when my videos are coming out. And yeah, if you're interested, I've got social network stuff, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, not Twitter though. And I've also got a Patreon, so you can find me there. It's in the description. Links for everything's in the description. And yeah, I'm going to hand you back again, because otherwise Studio Rob gets frustrated. Thank you. Had to be said. Reflections of a Cat. This is a little interview, Holly and the cat, sort of in universe. It's funny, I guess. I read it a long while ago. I kind of skimmed across today. Steve Lyons wrote it. Survey results, part 1. Remember they did the survey a couple of issues ago. So the survey, the first thing was rank your Series 5, the episodes of Series 5 in the order that you prefer them. So we've got, first of all, Back to Reality, that's no surprise, Quarantine, Demons and Angels, The Inquisitor, Terraform, Hollow Ship. That's roughly where I'd put them, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe Quarantine and Demons and Angels switched. Yeah, but it's good though. Lister's Cookery page, number 2 in an occasional series. Yeah, it's alright. It's kind of in universe thing. Making gazpacho soup, is it? This is the thing where it's kind of like, I'm not sure who it's aimed at, this magazine. It does tend to go between aimed for kids and then aimed for adults. Here we got the comic adaptation of Androids by Kylie Gwenlyn from the episode that you saw in the background of the episode Crichton. Performed, Brooke was voiced by Tony Slattery, the late great Tony Slattery, who, when I was, again, about this time, it was a bit of a comedy hero of mine. Used to love him on Whose Lines It Anyway and things like that. Robo Poster, yeah, another 2000 AD thing, obviously by the Fleetway, same manufacturers, publishers. News from the Dwarf. Now this ages it. As this magazine is going to press, the word from Grant Naylor is that a 6th series of Red Dwarf is in negotiation. So they were only then negotiating Series 6. Also the news that the Red Dwarf USA wasn't going to happen due to the unsuccessful pilot. Red Dwarf Omnibus, about the books, the 2 books being put into 1 volume. Chris Barry recording the voice for the audiobook of Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers. Red Dwarf for sale, so some of the props and costumes from Series 1 and 2 going into auction. Videos on release, some Hattie Hayridge stand-up dates. Red Dwarf Companion book coming out, Red Dwarf Program Guide coming out, a book about Robert Llewellyn's spoof lecture, The Reconstructed Heart, and Danny John Jules recording the 3rd series of Maid Marian and Her Merry Men for CBBC. Do you remember that? How cool was that? It was written by Tony Robinson. It was such a cool show, Maid Marian and Her Merry Men. Here we have the amusing misadventures of Mr Flibble. Mr Flibble's surprise. Now this is what I mean. This is clearly not aimed for children. You've only got to look. I mean, if you go to the next page, that's not written for kids. Come on. But the tone of much of the comedy is. That's what's so confusing. You've got the king of the potato people on the toilet there. Yeah, strange. The interview with Peter Ragg. Peter Ragg, the special effects guy from Red Dwarf, passed away in 2012. Very sad. He did only work on Red Dwarf. He did Joe 90, Thunderbirds, Doctor Who, Bottom. He did things for that. The Young Ones, I believe. So yeah, it's a real shame. He knew his stuff. Interesting, because probably not the sort of people that normally get interviewed in magazines either. That's quite nice. Or the Vindaloo Beast. Know the game Zero G Football by Steve Noble. Yeah, it's a little thing about how to play Zero G Football. Talking of football, Ace of the Rovers. An Ace Rimmer story, an original comic strip. But this is heavily based on Roy of the Rovers, the comic from the 60s, 70s. Interesting, there's a bit about it here. Even more remarkable was the resultant rise of good old-fashioned association football. By 2180, the sport has benefited from many refinements, such as high-definition game simulators, replacing the outmoded half-time team talk, and robot referees, equipped with very sensitive audio-visual circuitry for instant playback in those oh-so-tricky situations. So back then they predicted VARS. Yeah, so this is Ray Rimmer, obviously an alternative Rimmer, who's a washed up footballer who's about to unalive himself until Ace Rimmer appears into his dimension and rescues him. Have a great chat and ends up taking his place on the team. Is listed there as the bartender. Robert Crichton as Courtney as Cat in the team, the Rovers. And of course Ace Rimmer obviously is a great footballer. Really, I thought I'd get bored of it. We're reading this one, but it's actually pretty good. Really does capture the character of Ace Rimmer. I have to say that. It really does capture it very well. So well done to Billy Dane, who wrote it, Barry Mitchell, who drew it, and John Aldrich, who lettered it. Very good, and it's very in keeping with Roy of the Rovers. Next issue, Red Dwarf USA. Da, da, da. Oh, we've got another androids here. I can't remember if they kept the androids strip going into future issues or not. There's certainly two here. It's good, yeah. On a divorce, very good. Ref Dwarf this month is Cat. Holograms, the letters page again. Nothing really of interest in there that's relevant now. Free budgies. Oh look, another Judge Dredd advert. And on the back, poster of the Vindaloo Beast. So that was issue number 8 of volume 1 of the Red Dwarf Smegazine. Hope you enjoyed that. Next time I'll be looking at issue number 9, surprisingly. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later, Bill and Ted.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.